is the Fox 9 Town Ball Tour from Green Isle on fox9.com.
For years, people have come to me and they've said, our kids get really nervous during severe weather. Is there something you can recommend? I've always said the same thing. Make your children the storm captain. Give them a hat, a clipboard with your personal storm plan written down, a whistle, and when we start talking about a severe thunderstorm watch, your storm captain is in charge of mustering the entire family with your personal storm plan. Give them power over the storm.
Can you tell him to tell us when it's on? Like the second it goes on, just have him text me. Or text us, please. We're at the Irish Yard here in Green Isle, the latest stop on the Fox 9 Town Ball Tour for a Crow River Valley League matchup between the Carver Black Sox and the host Green Isle Irish. Good evening, everyone. I'm Bill Hupp. We've got Town Ball Baseball here on Fox 9 coming up next. Green Isle.
Fox 9's Town Ball Tour is in full swing. Join us Wednesdays as we celebrate the small towns of Minnesota. Fox 9's Town Ball Tour, presented by Sieben Carey Personal Injury Law and JTR Roofing.
An absolutely gorgeous night for baseball here in the Crow River Valley League, a matchup of South Division teams both trailing first place Plato Blue Jays by a couple games. These teams are fourth and effectively in the Region 7 standings, and it's the
Fox 9.
Oh my gosh, what is going on? Carver comes in with a record of 10-6 on the season. They've won 3 of their last 4. This is a Class C matchup. Top-ranked Watertown Red Devils and the number 4 Waconia Lakers battling it out for supremacy in the North Division. But Carver comes in with a record of 10-6. They're led by manager Brian Tichy. Scoring will be the key for the Black Sox, who were founded in 1948. They've been shut out in 5 of their 6 losses and held to just a run in the other. They're led by Connor Cornell, who's batting second today, hitting .475 this season with a homer, 12 RBIs. He leads the team in doubles, in triples, in stolen bases. He is really their lead man. Meanwhile, Green Isle is led by manager Nate Hardman, who will also be DHing today. You see him jogging out there to give the baseballs to the umpire. They come in with a record of 9-5. Like I said, these teams are 4th and 5th, right next to each other in the Region 7C standings, trailing some good teams, including Watertown and Waconia, as Green Isle takes the field wearing the green jerseys, green hats, the traditional gold brim, white lettering, gold trim, very Oakland Athletics looking uniforms, beautiful uniforms with the interlocking GI. Carver, meanwhile, will be in the white uniforms with the black hats, gold numbers, black lettering on the front, and gold and black trim. Just an absolutely packed house here at the Irish Yard tonight. Thank you for joining us on fox9.com and streaming on our YouTube channel. Should be a very fun game tonight between these two teams, and it'll be Jack Yonke who will be pitching wearing number 28, and he is hurling for Green Isle. His battery mate tonight, number 44, Danny Davis. In the outfield for Green Isle, it's Simriker, Uglum, and Casper left to right. And then on the infield, it's Johnson, Van Sant, Larson, and Kraby left to right. And then the battery of Yankee and Davis. Carver, meanwhile, their first three hitters in the order. Andrew Weber, the pitcher in DH, will lead it off, followed by Connor Cornell. Sam Warner, the catcher, bats third. Jay Bresnahan will bat cleanup and play third. Dan Gastick, the first baseman, batting fifth. Peter Benson playing left field. He'll bat sixth. Alex Laporte batting seventh. He'll be at shortstop. The second baseman, Cullen McNeil, bats eighth. And Bailey Meltz, the center fielder, rounds things out. As we get set to get going on a beautiful night for baseball here. Absolutely picture-perfect conditions. As the DH and pitcher tonight, Andrew Weber, steps in from the left side. Yankees' first pitch is taken wide for a ball. 74 at first pitch, going to get down to 62 tonight, but not a cloud in the sky. And as you can see, a sun-splashed day as we look through the protective netting right behind home plate. That's taken high and wide, and the count runs to 2-0. Irish Yard, home of the 2013 state champs, and that's lofted out to center, drifting back, and making the catch just shy of the warning track, or right on the warning track. Andrew Uglum tracks it down in center field. And Weber gave it a ride out to center field, but he flies out for the first out. Pretty nice play out there by Uglum. That brings up Connor Cornell, the right fielder. Cornell with some impressive numbers coming in. Leading the class in hitting with at 475, and he looks at a called strike to begin things. Takes it high to even the count at one apiece. Talked about Cornell. 475 on the season, a homer, 12 RBIs, 7 doubles, 3 triples, 7 stolen bases. Leads the team in walks, leads the team in just about every offensive category. And he is down in the count, though, 1-2 after he swung and missed at that offering. Wearing number 19, slightly open stance from the right side. The 1-2 pitch, taken high, and the count runs even, 2-2. Yaki, with his arms above his head, bounces it in, and the count goes full, 3-2. Got to be careful right now here with Connor Cornell. 475, more than halfway through the season, is nothing to sneeze at. The pitch is fisted toward the green aisle dugout and foul. Cornell, like a lot of players these days, with that tape on his bat handle. The 3-2 pitch. And he fouls it back our way. Thankfully, this protective netting kept us safe. Me and my cameraman, Phil McLaughlin. Phil's a veteran of the Town Ball Tour. This is his 4th game on the tour already. Yankee rocks and fires, and that is again fouled off, so Cornell doing a nice job making Yankee work. Obviously not a lot of swing and miss in Cornell's game. Carver has won 3 of its last 4, and they're inching that record above 500. The 3-2 pitch called, strike 3 on the inside corner. Cornell started to walk to first, but Yankee painted the black on the inside, and there's 2 down in the inning. That's a big out to get down a hitter like Cornell looking. Backwards K on Cornell as Sam Warner steps in from the left side, wearing number 9, the catcher. Had the opportunity to watch Carver earlier this season against Waconia in what was a really good matchup. Ultimately lost that game 6-1. And we talked about the fact that the Black Sox are tough to beat when they score. And not surprisingly, when they don't score, they don't win. 5 of 6 losses when they've been shut out. 1-1 the count on Warner. Yankees pitch, and Warner shoots it down the left field line, but foul. Pretty brutal sun field if you're a visiting player in the dugout, just staring directly into that setting sun. But as you can see, most of the field splashed in sunshine. Yankees pitch, taken a little bit outside, good eye. Count is 2-2. Nobody on, 2 out here in the first inning. Top of the first. Glad you could be with us here on Fox9.com. The pitch, swung on and missed. And Yankee sets down 2 of 3 in the first inning. He retires the side in order, 2 by strikeout. No runs, no hits, nobody left. We head to the bottom of the first. Carver nothing. Green Isle coming to bat here on Fox9.com.
This is Fox 9 Plus.
Let's get started, everybody.
Today's biggest talkers.
Charles and I have been talking about this all morning.
Award-winning comedy.
This gets better and better.
Minnesota's only local news at 7.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Plus,
More good news.
a whole lot more.
More than this?
More than we can use.
Game shows, court shows,
Now we're getting somewhere.
your shows. Fox 9 Plus. Something for everyone.
Three beers wandering around. Dave Hardman, Joe Trigger, the very capable Terry McGuire.
Back here at Irish Yard, Bill Hupp on Fox9.com. Last summer, the Minnesota Twins hosted a salute to the town ball champion at Target Field. This summer, the event will be bigger and better. Mark your calendars for Saturday, September 10th, and stay tuned for more information on upcoming Fox 9 Town Ball Tour live streams. Andrew Weber giving a lefty look to the Green Isle Irish as
Gift cards from 365 Sports.
the catcher Sam Warner, who struck out to the end the first inning, stands in and will take a couple pitches for Green Isle. They'll start with Andrew Uglum, the center fielder. He'll lead off. Batting second, the left fielder, Cam Simriker. Danny Davis, the catcher, bats third. Walter Johnson is the cleanup hitter. He plays third. Nate Hartman, the manager and the designated hitter, bats fifth. Josh Kraby bats sixth. He plays first base. The right fielder, Carver Casper, will bat seventh tonight. Cam Larson, the second baseman, bats eighth. Logan Van Zant bats ninth and rounds out the lineup, the shortstop. Jack Yonke is the pitcher, and he had an impressive display in the first. So it's 32 against 32, lefty-lefty, as Andrew Uglum steps in against Andrew Weber. Pair of left-handed 32-wearing Andrews. Weber's pitch to Uglum, taken on the outside corner for a strike to even the count at 1 apiece. We're at Irish Yard here on the Fox 9 Town Ball Tour, home of the Green Isle Irish. That's taken inside for a ball. In the bottom of the first, no score. The pitch. Outside corner called strike. That strike evens the count at 2 apiece. Uglum, Simriker, and Davis in the bottom of the first for Green Isle. Weber rocks and fires, and it's poked down the left field line, but foul. A lot of activity in the early going for that part of the ballpark. It's a matchup of Class C teams. Good Class C teams. That's fouled straight back. So Uglum doing what a leadoff hitter needs to do and battling in the early going. Carver in the black, gold, and white. Green Isle obviously in the green, white, and gold. Tried to frame that one, but the ump wasn't biting. Runs the count full to 3-2. 3-2 on 32. Weber delivers, and it's hit up in the air, drifting back underneath, and Jay Bresnahan puts it away for out number 1. So a pop out to the third baseman retires Andrew Uglum. And that brings up Sam Simriker.
Left fielder,
Cam Smriker, wearing number 16, batting slightly open stance from the left side. Takes a called strike. Happy birthday to Cam. As we found out in the introductions, shot down the left field line past the third base coach, but foul. Weber quickly ahead in the count, 0-2. That one taken wide. It's hit out to center field, tracking back. That one is going to be tracked down. Nice catch there out in center field. Tracked down beautifully by Bailey Mells, who tracked it to the gap and hauled it in. I thought that was going to be down for a double, but Mells came over and made the play. So Smriker retired on the flyout to Mells. That brings up the catcher, Danny Davis. Both catchers batting in the 3 spot today. Pitch taken high. Swung on and missed. He even accounted 1 apiece. We'll see how the hitters are affected once the shadows start creeping across that pitcher's mound. Weber's pitch fouled on back. You can see the net shaking in front of our camera position. Capacity overflow crowd here at Irish Yard. Such a unique ballpark, such a beautiful ballpark here in Green Isle. That one taken high and wide. They're playing Davis straight away in the outfield. Weber's pitch just missed wide. So the count has run full, 3-2. Davis wraps it on the ground to third. It eats up the third baseman, gets past Bresnahan and into left field. We'll see if they award an error. That was a hot shot, so I think they'll probably give them a hit. Give Davis a solid single on that one. The ruling is indeed a hit, so Davis aboard with a sharp single to left. Brings up the cleanup hitter, Walter Johnson. 3 of the first 4 hitters in the Green Isle order batting from the left side. Weber trying to keep an eye on Davis. Has pretty good speed for a catcher. Now Weber has to pitch from the stretch. He paints the outside corner with a strike. The pitch is smoked down the right field line, but foul. That looked pretty close from our vantage point. Just one umpire here tonight behind home plate. So he's got a lot of work to do. Walter Johnson nearly had extra bases there. Instead, the count is 0-2 with 2 out and 1 on. Throw to first to keep Davis close. Weber's pitch taken high and inside. Not a lot of shifting in town ball, as you might imagine. If you're a baseball purist, certainly one of the things you like about it. Wrapped on the ground to first, snagged neatly though, and Dan Gastick will step on the bag to retire the side. One hit, one left, no runs. We head to the second. No score here in Green Isle between Carver and Green Isle on the Fox 9 Town Ball Tour.
Oh, look.
All right, we are going to have our first between innings promotional punt. Take it away, Carey.
Back here at Irish Yard in Green Isle, as we've got a little on-field entertainment for Carver in the second inning. It'll be Jay Bresnahan, the cleanup hitter, Ken Gastuk, the number 5 hitter, first baseman, and Peter Benson, the left fielder. The 5, 6, 7 hitters, or 4, 5, 6 hitters in the order, rather, to face Jack Yankee, who struck out 2 of the first 3 hitters he faced as he retired the side in order. How quickly can Green Isle firemen put on the firefighters put on the gear? That's the battle here. There's a little in-between innings entertainment here at Irish Yard. Now you see those shadows start to creep across the mound. Both these teams coming in on relative win streaks. 2 divisions in the Crow River Valley League, the North and the South. In the North, top-ranked Watertown Red Devils, top-ranked in the class, and the 4th-ranked Waconia Lakers are battling it out for supremacy. And in the South, it's the Plato Blue Jays who are on top, nearing the top 10 in the state. And they are ahead a couple games on both these teams, but these are 2 solid town ball teams and obviously a lot of history between the 2 of them. Jay Bresnahan, the third baseman, stands in, and he shoots it down the left field line, but foul. We've had an unusual amount of lefty hitters in the early going. Bresnahan, even stance as he awaits the 0-1. That's taken across for a strike. Yankee winds and delivers. Inside. Bresnahan heavily involved in that first inning. He caught a pop foul and had a tough play at third that ate him up. The lone hit of the game. Yankee rocks and fires, and Bresnahan fouls it away. Irish Yard in Green Isle, the latest stop on the Fox 9 Town Ball Tour. Happy to be bringing all of these games on fox9.com. Yankee winds and delivers, and it's wrapped foul again. Some of these hitters really making the starters work. Lights have flickered on here at Irish Yard as the sun continues to set. Yankees pitch bounced in to even the count at 2 apiece. Pork chop on a stick, burgers, multiple concession stands. Minnesota Ice Cream was out, dishing out free ice cream, free admission, and that has led to a capacity crowd and then some here in Green Isle. Pitch called, strike 3 on the inside corner, and Yankee has set down 3 of the first 4 Carver hitters he's faced by strikeout. And 2 of the better hitters he's set down looking. Dan Gastuk stands in. Big bearded, burly first baseman. And he looks at a called strike on the outside corner. Yankee working quickly, delivers, and Gastuk a half-hearted swing. Quickly finds himself down in the count 0-2. Talking to Nate Hardman before the game, the manager for Green Isle, and he talked about the fact that he's got kids from Belle Plaine, from Chaska, from Minnetonka, but that they're a pretty young team. He estimated the average age of the team to be about 23. He's got some guys that are in college, some that play, some that don't. So it's a nice mix of personnel here for Green Isle. The 2-2 pitch from Yankee. It's taken wide. One thing about, not that you worry about pitch counts a ton in town ball, but he is working full to just about every hitter, including Gastuk here. The 3-2, and that's hit down the right field line. Is it going to drop in, chasing after it, and it will fall in for a hit. Gastuk dropped it in between the second baseman and the right fielder as both Carver Casper and Cam Larson gave chase, but dropped it in where no one else could get it, and it's the first hit of the game for Carver. Brings up the left fielder Peter Benson, so left, right, left in this inning. As Benson takes that first offering high. Top of the second inning, 0-1-0 for both teams. First time Yankees had to work from the stretch, and that is hit out to left field, drifting back and camping under it. Making the catch is Simriker.
Benson with a drive to left field. Smriker takes 2, 3, 4 strides back.
So that'll bring up the shortstop Alex Laporte with 2 down, and Gastuk still at first. That pitch called on the inside corner, and that's been a real sweet spot tonight for Yankee as he has owned that inside corner. He's gotten a couple called third strikes on there. The pitch fouled on back, and Laporte rather quickly finds himself down 0-2. Cullen McNeil to follow, and then Bailey Mills. Laporte, one of those players that doesn't wear batting gloves. That one 2 inside. That one taken a little high. Yankee wanted it. Started to walk off. Danny Davis asking what was wrong with that one. The 2-2. Rifle down to the dugout. Nate Hardman had to skip out of the way of that one. It's a big Green Isle roster here today. Got the 9 on the field, but then you got another dozen or so in the dugout. Don't want to miss the Fox 9 Town Ball Tour when it comes to town. It's a special event. Yankees pitch, and that's hit out. Larson drifting back, camps under it, and puts it away to retire the side. 1 hit, 1 left, no runs. We go to the bottom of the second, still scoreless here in Green Isle.
Fox 9's Ice Cream Social, coming to a town near you. Visit fox9.com/ice cream. This is Fox 9 Plus.
Let's get started, everybody.
Today's biggest talkers.
Charles and I have been talking about this all morning.
Award-winning comedy.
This gets better and better.
Minnesota's only local news at 7.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Plus,
More good news.
a whole lot more.
More than this?
More than we can use.
Game shows, court shows,
Now we're getting somewhere.
your shows. Fox 9 Plus. Something.
For years, people have come to me and they've said, our kids get really nervous during severe weather. Is there something you can recommend? I've always said the same thing. Make your children the storm captain. Give them a hat, a clipboard with your personal storm plan written down, a whistle, and when we start talking about a severe thunderstorm watch, your storm captain is in charge of mustering the entire family with your personal storm plan. Give them power over the storm.
Leading it off for the Irish here in the bottom of the second, the manager, Nate Hardman, 24. Designated hitter today. Joked that he was one of the ones raising the average age of the team. As he looks at a called strike on the outside corner. Facing Andrew Weber, who allowed just a single hit. Kind of a soft tossing lefty. It'll be Nate Hardman, Josh Kraby, and Carver Casper. The 5, 6, 7 hitters in the Green Isle order here in this second inning. The 0-2 pitch from Weber, taken wide for a ball. Weber's pitch fouled on back by Hardman. And he talked about the fact that you kind of going from sun to shadow to sun. Now it's when it's really the toughest for a hitter to pick up the spin of that ball. Weber's delivery, and Hardman pokes it toward the Carver dugout along the third base line. Weber's 1-2. Outside to run the count even, 2 apiece. Weber working quickly, misses high, and now the count's full. Swung on and missed, and Hardman goes down on strikes. First K of the day for Andrew Weber. And he retires the leadoff hitter for the second consecutive inning.
For the Irish. First baseman, number 9, Josh Kraby.
First baseman Josh Kraby steps in now. All righties to face Weber to start. And that first pitch popped up near our broadcast position. Not sure if they do it here like they do at other places, but a lot of times with town ball, when you return a ball to the concession stand, you get a dollar. So you see kids scrambling after it. That one's taken low for a ball to even the count at 1 apiece. Kraby fouls that one straight back. just off the outside corner. 2-2 the count. Weber winds and fires. And again, it's popped up. Trying to get out of the way of the catcher, and he makes the play. Nice job by Sam Warner to get back there and make the catch. And Kraby pops out to the catcher. He initially bumped into the umpire, and then the ump got out of the way, and Warner was able to make the play. Right fielder number 27, Carver Casper, now standing in with 2 down and nobody on. Casper on the ground. Bresnahan up with it. Over to first to retire the side in order. To the bottom of the second we go on the Fox 9 Town Ball Tour. Still scoreless here in Green Isle.
This is the moment we've been waiting for. Every Friday and Saturday Saints home game is on Fox 9 Plus. Leave everything out on the field. Get out there and get after it and show them what we're made of.
St. Paul Saints, Friday and Saturday home games on Fox 9 Plus. More is better, and Fox 9 now has more. More streaming, more local stories, more shows, and, well, more. Go ahead, try it out, and discover more on the Fox 9 News app and at fox9.com.
Back here at the Irish Yard in Green Isle. Join in the fun this summer at CHS Field to watch your Minnesota Twins AAA affiliate, the St. Paul Saints. For every Friday night home game in July or August, you have a chance to watch the future stars of tomorrow and wacky in-game promotions, and then enjoy the post-game fireworks show down on the field. Head to saintsgroups.com and enter the password TOWNBALL to get your exclusive tickets now. So the Saints and Twins both partnering to do wonderful things for Town Ball as we get set to start the third inning of play here in Green Isle. Not much offense. Both teams have gone 1, 2, 3 twice, and each have a hit apiece. As it'll be 8, 9, and 1 in the order for Carver here in the third. Starting with the second baseman, Cullen McNeil.
For the Black Sox in the top of inning number 3, leading off second baseman Cullen McNeil.
McNeil standing in from the left side. He looks at a pitch from Jack Yankee inside for a ball. Yankee with that old school over-the-head delivery, and he's lofted out to center field. Easy play for Uglum, who drifts back and makes the catch for out number 1. I think it may have drifted. Bailey Mells and Danny Davis obviously know one another. Mells on the season stands in a .256 hitter with 6 RBIs and 6 walks. Those very stylish old school socks. And Yankees bounced in the first couple. It's 2-0. The pitch. That one's over for a called strike. Now it's, if you look at the screen, just the left fielder bathed in sunshine as Mills swings through that one to even the count at 2 apiece. The rest of the field covered in shadow. Yankee winds and delivers, and that's punched foul down the right field line. Mel's one of the veterans of this Carver Black Sox team. As we said, established in 1948. So much history between these two ball clubs. Yankees 2-2, back up the middle, tracking and through the box for a base hit. So Mel's a seeing eye single, and he's aboard with one out here in the third inning. I like the way the PA announcer put it. A hill-hopping single, as it was just past the reach of Logan Van Zandt. So that brings us back to the top of the order, and Andrew Weber, who is both pitching and designated hitting today. Slightly open stance from the left side. He flew out to the center fielder Uglum to begin the game, and he looks at a called strike. 1 on, 1 out, 0-1 the count. Yankee, and that pitch hit to Van Zandt at short. He'll go to second for one, and that's all they'll get as Weber was hustling down the line. 6-4, the fielder's choice. The PA announcer just goes, the Irish get the iron, but they don't get the shine. As Weber takes off, throw down to second, air-mailed into center field, and he has that bag swiped easily. I think even a good throw wouldn't have gotten Weber, but he took off on the first pitch, and now has a runner in scoring position for Connor Cornell, who struck out looking on a 3-2 pitch in his first at-bat. Weber making things happen at the top of the order. It's Cornell with a chance to drive in runs. He's got 12 of them this season to go along with a home run. It's just an extra base hitting machine. 7 doubles, 3 triples, and a home run. Leads the team in hits, as we said, just about every other offensive category as well. Yankees pitch is taken low, and the count runs to 2-1. 2 out, runner on second. Connor Cornell at the plate for Carver. Which team will break through with that big run, big hit with runners in scoring position? That's taken wide, so Cornell is walked. Not a bad idea to put the most dangerous hitter arguably in the class aboard. But that doesn't mean that Sam Warner is he's no slouch himself as the catcher stands in from the left side. He struck out swinging to end the first in his only at bat. 2 on, 2 out. That pitch split between short and third. They'll wave the runner home. Weber will score standing up. The throw to third, air-mailed. Cornell collides with the third baseman. It gets into left field, and Carver's going to score all 2. Unbelievable here. Warner comes around to score. And the single and throwing error, it's a 2-base throwing error. We'll see how they score it. But Carver scores 3 runs here in the top of the third, and they take a 3-0 lead. That was wild. Warner singled it in, and he'll get an RBI for that because Weber scored. But then the throwing from the catcher to third as Jay Bresnahan stands in. He struck out looking in his first at bat. The catcher, Danny Davis, tried to throw Cornell out going to third as Bresnahan lines it out to Uglum, and it's going to get down just in front of Uglum. No catch. Tried to just trap it. He ended up playing it on a short hop, so Bresnahan aboard with a single. Anyway, Weber scores on the single by Warner. And then the throwing error got by the third baseman and somehow got by the left fielder as well. And I'm not sure exactly how Simriker couldn't handle it out there in left, but it got by him all the way to the wall, and that allowed Cornell to get up and scamper home, and it allowed Sam Warner to come around and score. A true Little League home run here for Carver, and they've got a 3-0 lead in the top of the third. And now how can Yankee regroup? That one past Van Zandt into center field, or into left field rather, as Gass took aboard for the second time today with a single. And you just wonder if Yankee's a little shaken by those 3 runs. All of a sudden, Carver with 3 runs and 5 hits on that board. All these things happening with 2 outs in the inning. He walked Cornell. Gave up a single to Warner, who came around to score on the throwing error. As Peter Benson stands in and looks at a called strike. He flew out to left field in his only plate appearance. Yankee missing just outside, and certainly some in the press box here wanted that call. How about Gass took 2 for 2 today? 4 straight runners have reached for Carver. Now, the fact that they couldn't turn that double play looking huge. That pitch paints the inside corner for a strike, and it's 2-1. Or rather 2-2 now. 2 on, 2-2 the count, 2 out, 2 on here in the top of the third. 4 hits and a walk surrendered, and we talked about at the top of this inning how it had been a pretty cleanly played game so far. Each team had just a single hit, but Carver has changed all that. Five of the last 6 batters for Carver have reached. That one's bounced to first. Yankee's got to get over to cover, and he does so in time to retire the side. But Carver has 3 runs on 4 hits and an error. They leave 2, but we head to the bottom of the third. Black Sox now leading it 3-0 here on the Fox 9 Town Ball Tour.
This is Fox 9 Plus.
Let's get started, everybody.
Today's biggest talkers.
Charles and I have been talking about this all morning.
Award-winning comedy.
This gets better and better.
Minnesota's only local news at 7.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Plus,
More good news.
a whole lot more.
More than this? More than we can use.
Game shows, court shows,
Now we're getting somewhere.
your shows. Fox 9 Plus. Something for everyone.
Gary, that's about as far as you can go, and we...
Oh, look. Friday and Saturday Saints home games are on Fox 9 Plus. A new catch. Today keeps getting better. Yoo-hoo!
St. Paul Saints. Friday and Saturday home games on Fox 9 Plus.
At this point...
Bottom of the third here at the Irish Yard in Green Isle, and Carver all of a sudden with a 3-0 lead as Andrew Weber goes back to work on the mound. He'll face 8, 9, and 1 in the order for Green Isle. Cam Larson, Logan Van Sant, and Andrew Uglum. A 3-base throwing error in the top half of this inning has broken the deadlock and given Carver a 3-0 lead. They would have been up 1-0 with runners at second and third, but the throwing error trying to take down the runner at third base sailed into left field got past the left fielder and allowed 2 more runners to score. It cleared the bases, and the Black Sox enjoy a 3-0 lead as we begin the bottom of the 3rd. Andrew Weber from the windup to face the shortstop, or the second baseman, pardon me, Cam Larson. And Larson fists it to second base. Laporte slides over, throws to first, and the speedy Larson is retired for the first out of the inning. For 3 on the putout, as Logan Van Zant stands in, wearing that white sleeve on his right arm, slightly open stance as he swings through that first offering. 3-0 Black Sox here in the bottom of the 3rd. Green Isle thus far held to just 1 hit. Another swing and a miss by Van Zant, and he finds himself down in the count 0-2. That pitch taken high. Weber's looked pretty comfortable so far. Hasn't racked up the strikeouts. He's just let his defense make the plays. 1 strikeout, no walks. He's pitching to contact, but he strikes out Van Zant there for the second out of the inning.
Top of the order now for the Irish. Center fielder Andrew.
Brings up Andrew Uglum, the center fielder. Popped out to the third baseman Bresnahan to lead things off. Slightly open stance from the left side, and he looks at a called strike. Thanks for joining us on Fox9.com. This is the Fox 9 Town Ball Tour. This week coming to you from Green Isle. That one fouled off to the left side. Beautiful day turning into a beautiful night. Supposed to get down to 62, but not a cloud in the sky as the sun sets here in Green Isle. That one wrapped on the ground to second. Up with it, over to first, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3. No hits, no runs, nobody left. To the 4th inning we go. 3-0 Carver here in Green Isle.
We head to the 4th inning here at the yard in Green Isle. Your score in the Fox 3.
All season long, you've gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball and our hometowns.
This is the moment we've been waiting for. Every Friday and Saturday Saints home game is on Fox 9 Plus. Leave everything out on the field. Get out there and get after it and show them what we're made of.
St. Paul Saints, Friday and Saturday home games on Fox 9 Plus. More is better, and Fox 9 now has more. More streaming, more local stories, more shows, and, well, more. Go ahead, try it out, and discover more on the Fox 9 News app and at fox9.com.
Back here at the Irish Yard, Bill Hupp alongside my cameraman Phil McLaughlin. We're on the Fox 9 Town Ball Tour in Green Isle this week for a Crow River Valley League matchup, the South Division, between 2 of the best in the South in Green Isle and Carver. Jack Yonke goes to work in his 4th inning as Alex Laporte, the shortstop, will lead things off. He popped out to the second baseman to end the 2nd inning, and he looks at a called strike. Black Sox almost batted around in that 3rd inning. Laporte, the only man to not come to the plate. He looks at one wide to even the count at 1 apiece. 7, 8, 9 hitters in the order for the Black Sox in this inning. Yankee winds and fires, and that one's taken high. Laporte, McNeil, and Mills. Mills really started things in that third with a single with one out. There's a called strike right over the dish to even the count at 2 apiece. That pitch punched down the right field line, but just foul. Brian Tichy, the manager for Carver. The 2-2 from Yankee. Skipped in, and the count runs full. Three-two, and he walked him. Yankee got ahead of Laporte, but then lost him. And he puts the leadoff runner aboard for the first time tonight. Brings up the second baseman, Cullen McNeil, who flew out to Uglum out in center to start the third inning. Neal came into tonight's game batting .243 with 9 walks. He turns and squares and then pulls it back. Kind of what you'd expect, bottom of the order. Small ball, move it along. Open stance from the left side. Turns and then pulls it back again, and he's ahead in the count 2-0. Not a great vantage point to see if any action's in the bullpen, but it looks like Yankee may be losing steam as he falls behind in the count to McNeil, 3-0. Between that last inning, when he allowed 5 men to reach, there's a strike on the inside corner. He is not messing around. He's getting that baseball, taking the sign and firing. That one popped up. Drifting back, coming over, and Van Zandt makes a twisting catch from his shortstop position. Johnson was drifting back as well, but Van Zandt had the better angle on it, and he ultimately made the play. So a big first out recorded for Yankee. Brings up Bailey Mills, who singled in the first and then was retired 6-4 on the fielder's choice. The Hill Hopper, I believe the public address announcer called it. C&I single, maybe a little more traditional. 1 on, 1 out, 1-0 the count. Yankee trying to keep Laporte close. And it looks like we are going to get some action going in the bullpen. Runner goes, throw down, swipe tag, and he's safe. Laporte steals the bag. Second steal of the night for Carver. So the running game being used by Tichy to great effect. Some stirring in the Irish bullpen, but no activity just yet. Pitch taken on the outside corner. That was a big one for Yankee. Did not want to fall behind 3-0. Runner on second, counts 2-1 to Mills. Swung on and missed, and the count's even 2 apiece. Good off-speed pitch right there from Yankee. Laporte leads off second with the count 2-2. Yankees 2-2 delivery. Inside to run the count full. Tough when you get yourself in these full counts and you have to throw a strike. That one taken for a ball, and Meltz is aboard for the second time tonight. Runners at first and second, and the order turns over. It's Andrew Weber, who scored the first run standing up on the single by Sam Warner. Carver's got to be thrilled. 1 out, 2 on. And the top of the order coming up.
Top of the order now for Carver, pitcher Andrew Weber.
So Meltz has singled and walked. And Weber takes a crack at the first one and fouls it off. Weber reached on a 6-4 fielder's choice and then stole second and scored on the single by Sam Warner. Slightly open stance from the left side. Runners at first and second, and now we'll see if Yankee decides to slow his pace a little bit. The pitch hits Weber. Well, I thought it hit Weber. I guess not. Oh, they're saying it bounced, so Laporte ends up taking third. Hard to see from our sort of catbird's vantage point, but runners at first and third, counts 1-1. And Weber looks at a called strike on the outside corner. So beg your pardon, Laporte read the play well and took third on the misplay, on the wild pitch. Just kind of lobbed over there by Yankee to keep Meltz honest. Runners at the corners, 1 out. 1-2 the count on the leadoff hitter and the pitcher, Andrew Weber, who has allowed just a single hit through 3 so far. The pitch, and he wraps it on the ground, foul. The dangerous Connor Cornell to follow. Definitely want to get Weber here to avoid having to face Cornell with runners in scoring position. The pitch, and Weber swings and misses, and it's a big strikeout. He tipped it into the glove of Davis, and a big second out recorded by Jack Yankee. So Cornell does come to the plate with 2 down and 2 out. 2 on and 2 out. Yankee was really cruising along through the first 2. He'd retired 6 of the first 7. Another wild pitch. Here comes Laporte. He'll score sliding. Meltz moves up to second base on the wild pitch, and it's 4-0 Carver. So Alex Laporte with some really good base running. He walked, stole second, advanced to third on a wild pitch, and then scored on a wild pitch. Meltz advances to second. And now Danny Davis goes out to try to calm things down with Yankee on the bump. Counts 1-0 on Cornell, with a runner on second and 2 out. And bounced in, and so you wonder if fatigue is starting to play a factor with Yankee. Two 2-0 the count. Got to be careful here. Yankee just misses the outside corner, and the count runs to 3-0. Cornell tonight called out on strikes on the inside corner in the first, and then walked and scored in the third, and he takes a 4-pitch walk here. Advancing to third on the pass ball is Meltz. Cornell reaches for the second time tonight. He's officially 0 of 1, but he's reached base twice, and that brings up Sam Warner. Who had an RBI single and came around to score on the same play in the third inning. Here in the fourth, he's got runners at the corners and 2 out. And he looks at a called strike. Warner this year, 255 hitter coming in. 8 walks and now 7 RBIs. Cornell takes second, no throw down as that one's inside, and the count is 1-1. We'll give Cornell a stolen base. That's the third steal of the game for Carver. Cornell fouls off Yankees' delivery out of play. Lights starting to take effect here in Green Isle.
Come on, Jack.
Jay Bresnahan to follow if Warner should reach. Runners at second and third now, 2 out. 3 walks in the inning, and again, Warner fouls it off. So no additional hits, but a run courtesy of 3 walks and some wildness from Jack Yonke. Thanks for joining us on Fox9.com. The 1-2 pitch from Yonke. On the ground, he snags it, and he'll run over and take it himself to retire the side. But Carver adds a run, no hits. They leave 2. To the bottom of the fourth we go. Black Sox lead it 4-0 here on Fox9.com.
For the Black Sox in the fourth inning,
Oh, look. Friday and Saturday Saints home games are on Fox 9 Plus. A new catch. Today keeps getting better. Yoo-hoo!
St. Paul Saints, Friday and Saturday home games on Fox 9 Plus.
I'd like to thank sponsors today, Cornerstone State Bank, Ross Construction, Who's On First, Baseball 365.
Fox 9's Ice Cream Social, coming to a town near you. Visit fox9.com/ice cream.
A success.
More is better, and Fox 9 now has more. More streaming, more local stories, more shows, and, well, more. Go ahead, try it out, and discover more on the Fox 9 News app and at fox9.com.
Last September, the Minnesota Twins hosted a salute to the Town Ball champions at Target Field. This summer, the event will be bigger and better. Mark your calendars for Saturday, September 10th, and stay tuned for more information on upcoming Fox 9 Town Ball Tour live streams. Bottom of the fourth inning here in Green Isle at the Irish Yard. On an absolutely postcard night for baseball. What a showcase this is for Town Ball. Cam Simricker, Danny Davis, and Walter Johnson, 2, 3, 4 in the order for Green Isle. They got to start doing something. The Irish bats have been quiet so far, held to just a hit in the first 3 innings by Andrew Weber. Smrecker flew out to his center field counterpart, Bailey Mells, in his only plate appearance. And he looks at a ball outside. 4-0 our score in the fourth as Weber starts with 2 balls. That one taken on the inside corner. Sprecher disagreed. Pitch taken outside, 3-1. Weber working quickly. He winds and fires, and that one on the outside corner for a strike. Evens the count at 3-2. Or rather, full count. Runs the count full. That one called. Strike 3 on the inside corner. He bent a breaking ball. And just like he did with Nate Hardman in the second, he begins the fourth inning with a strikeout. Brings up Danny Davis. So he has made big pitches when he's needed to. Sprecher, I think, disagreed with a few of those strike calls, but he goes down looking, and Danny Davis, the catcher, stands in. Takes a ball inside. Davis singled and was stranded at first in the first. He is the lone hit of the ball game for Green Isle. Weber's delivery is outside. Davis trying to atone for his throwing error. Swings and misses at that one. There's been a lot of called third strikes, not as many frontward Ks. Weber's delivery swung on and missed, just as I say that. And Davis finds himself with the count even 2 apiece. Third baseman Walter Johnson awaits on deck. Davis swings and misses at 3 straight pitches, and he goes down on strikes. Weber retires the first 2 here in the fourth via the strikeout. Fourth strikeout of the night for Weber as Walter Johnson, the third baseman, stands in. Slightly open stance from the left side as Weber paints a strike over the outside corner. All Black Sox so far, 4-0 here in the fourth. And another strike, quickly Weber ahead in the count, 0-2. That one missed wide. Both these pitchers not messing around. Weber gets it and throws it. So does Yankee. That one taken wide, so the count is even at 2 apiece. Definitely some activity in the Green Isle bullpen. Wouldn't be surprised to see a new pitcher as Johnson goes down on strikes. Weber strikes out the side here in the fourth. We head to the fifth, 4-0 Black Sox here in Green Isle.
This is Fox 9 Plus.
Let's get started, everybody.
Today's biggest talkers.
Charles and I have been talking about this all morning.
Award-winning comedy.
This gets better and better.
Minnesota's only local news at 7.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Plus,
More good news.
a whole lot more.
More than this? More than we can use.
Game shows, court shows,
Now we're getting somewhere.
your shows. Fox 9 Plus. Something for everyone.
For years, people have come to me and they've said, our kids get really nervous during severe weather. Is there something you can recommend? I've always said the same thing. Make your children the storm captain. Give them a hat, a clipboard with your personal storm plan written down, a whistle, and when we start talking about a severe thunderstorm watch, your storm captain is in charge of mustering the entire family with your personal storm plan. Give them power over the storm.
6, 8, 7, 5, 2.
Fox 9's Ice Cream Social. Coming to a town near you. Visit fox9.com/ice cream.
Irish Yard in Green Isle, the site of the latest stop on the Fox 9 Town Ball Tour. Bill Hupp alongside Bill McLaughlin, my cameraman. Pleasure to be bringing you this game on Fox9.com. 4, 5, and 6 in the order for Carver here in the top of the 5th. Jay Bresnahan, Dan Gastuk, and Peter Benson. Bresnahan struck out looking in the second to start the inning and then singled and was stranded at second in the third. Jack Yonke's still out there, and he starts Bresnahan out with a strike. We're in the top of the 5th, all Black Sox so far. 4 runs, 5 on 5 hits and no errors. Green Isle with no runs, 1 hit, and 1 error, but it was a costly one. Allowed 2 runs to come and score. A big Little League home run, 3-run Little League home run in the third. Yonke gets that one over the outside corner for a strike, and Bresnahan's down in the count. 1-2. You thought about it, but didn't offer. Yonke, arms above his head, delivers high when the count's full. Yonke has pitched well. That error just absolutely crucial, and the bat's not doing much tonight. Andrew Weber, not only has he been the leadoff hitter and scored the first run for Carver, but he's also been really good and seemingly getting better on the mound. Struck out 4 of the last 5 hitters he's faced. Speaking of a strikeout, Bresnahan goes down on strikes for the second time tonight, fanning at that one. So he has led off the second inning and the 5th inning with strikeouts, and Dan Gastuk stands in. Gastuk 2 for 2, couple singles, stranded at first both times. Very old school, no gloves. Big burly first baseman looks at a called strike. Kind of a check swing, couldn't hold up. And so Yonke gets ahead in the count, 0-2. Fans lining both fences in this ballpark as Yonke bounces that one in. Field's in terrific condition, though. You just can't argue with a mid-July, midsummer's night that ends in the low 60s with no humidity. Yonke with the 1-2. That just missed. Yonke could really use a clean inning after having some traffic in the 3rd and 4th. Gastuk up the middle. Van Zant scoops it up over to first. His throw is high, but the first baseman manages to come down back on the bag. Nice play by Krabby. And Van Sant to Krabby. 6-3 the putout to get Gastuk. Probably fortunate that Gastuk is not the fleetest of foot. Brings up Peter Benson, the left fielder. Gastuk was hustling down that line, but it was a nice play. It was nearly a seeing-eye single, but Van Zant stuck with it, got rid of it quickly, and nice job by Krabby to come jump off the bag, but then come right down on it to just get the hustling Gastuk. Now Van Zant with some confidence, nobody out. No on, 2 out, and he's started Benson out with 2 straight strikes. Wanted that called 3rd strike and didn't quite get it. He's had a couple gripes tonight. Counts 2-1. Would have been a real confidence boost for Yonke if he had gotten that called 3rd. Just walked off and retired the side in order. As it is, Benson lofts it out to center field, and Uglum's there. And the side is retired in order. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. Halfway through the fifth, 4-0 Carver here on the Town Ball Tour from Fox 9.
Fox 9's Ice Cream Social, coming to a town near you. Visit fox9.com/ice cream.
All right, we're going to have our third.
For years, people have come to me and they've said, our kids get really nervous during severe weather. Is there something you can recommend? I've always said the same thing. Make your children the storm captain. Give them a hat, a clipboard with your personal storm plan written down, a whistle, and when we start talking about a severe thunderstorm watch, your storm captain is in charge of mustering the entire family with your personal storm plan. Give them power over the storm.
Fox 9's Ice Cream Social, coming to a town near you. Visit fox9.com/ice cream. More is better, and Fox 9 now has more. More streaming, more local stories, more shows, and, well, more. Go ahead, try it out, and discover more on the Fox 9 News app and at fox9.com.
Back here at Irish Yard in Green Isle, Bill Hupp for the Fox 9 Town Ball Tour, the latest stop in Green Isle this week. Andrew Weber has been cruising. He gave up a single to Danny Davis in the first inning, but he has retired the last 10 batters that he's faced, including Nate Hardman, who will lead off after the infield entertainment that you see on the right-hand side of your screen is done. That seems to be taking a little longer than perhaps anticipated, but Andrew Weber has cruised. He's allowed just that single runner in Danny Davis, hasn't outwalked anyone, and in fact has struck out 5, including 4 of the last 5 hitters he's faced. So he is seemingly getting better and better as the game is going along. Not a power pitcher by any means, but he is doing a heck of a job. And he scored the first run for Carver tonight to boot. And what a big inning that was for Jack Yonke to retire the side in order. That was his first 1, 2, 3 innings since the first inning, when he struck out 2 of the first 3 batters that he faced. Obviously had a lot of juice in that first inning. Ran into trouble in the 3rd and 4th, but then settled down and then retired the side in order in the 5th. Bottom of the 5th begins with Nate Hardman, the manager and designated hitter, who struck out swinging to start the 2nd, and he looks at a ball outside to begin his 2nd at bat. Weber rocks and fires, and Hardman fouls it on back. Gastuk takes a look and watches it go foul. 5, 6, and 7 in the order in this 5th for Green Isle. Weber's pitch taken wide. Not a real hard thrower, but he is sufficient guile, mixes his pitches up, and he has stymied Green Isle tonight. Hartman looks at a called strike. Counts even 2 apiece. Again, foul down the right field side. Weber is as fast a worker as you'll find on the mound. Hartman thought about it. Instead, he runs the count full. Had a chance to talk to Nate before the game, getting the lineups, and just a wonderful guy, real solid leader for this Green Isle team that, as he said, is pretty young, on the younger side. Hartman again shoots it foul, past our broadcast position. Weber's 3-2, taken high, and Nate Hardman, the leadoff hitter, is aboard. First runner allowed since the first inning for Andrew Weber. So that brings up Josh Kraby, who popped out to the catcher Warner in the second. First walk issued today by Weber, and now he's got to work from the stretch. Can't imagine Hardman will be real aggressive on the base paths. That's chopped down and handled at third base by the third base coach. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Carver. No runs, 1 hit, and an error for Green Isle. Hardman was literally 1 step off that bag. Weber, especially as a lefty, got to be careful with him. He has a good move. Kraby turns on that one and smokes it foul. Just needs to straighten it out. Weber's pitch taken wide. It's almost like he quick pitches. It's interesting. One and two the count. Hardman leads from first. And Kraby gets into this one, and he launches it out to left field, and gone! A home run! Josh Kraby launches a home run to straightaway left field. And Green Isle, it's their first runs of the game here at home on the Fox 9 Town Ball Tour. That's a way to throw some life into this crowd. And I said he just needed to straighten it out, and he did right there. Just right over the left field wall.
Carver Casper.
4-2 our score here in the fifth. Josh Kraby, a big 2-run homer. And Green Isle has halved the deficit just like that. Popped up, Warner takes a look, and it goes out of play.
Heads up over there on the Cambria deck.
Hartman walked to lead off. Nate Hartman walked to lead off the fifth inning, and he was driven in by a long home run by Josh Kraby out near the flagpole in left field here at Irish Yard. Much to the delight of the home faithful. Carver Casper, the right fielder, now stands in. Long green socks. Pants pulled up to his knees. And he swings through that one and goes down on strikes. And after I talked about Weber pitching to contact, he has recorded 5 of the last 6 outs he's recorded have been via strikeout. So he is starting to work his way through this Green Isle Irish lineup. He had retired 10 straight before allowing Hardman to reach, and then Kraby took him deep. Brings up Cam Larson. The second baseman grounded to his counterpart 4-3 to lead off the third. Blue hat, helmet and batting gloves. Don't know, but wonder if he's maybe one of the Minnetonka skippers on this team. Kids from Minnetonka and Chaska, part of this Green Isle outfit. He turns on that one and knocks it foul. Larson down in the count, 1-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner, and again, Weber just setting down this Irish lineup one strikeout after another. He is just working his way through. Fielders have to be bored. They haven't made a play since. He's getting a lot of groundouts to second as well, as Logan Van Zant looks at a called strike. Van Zant was a strikeout victim himself. He started this strikeout parade, and he swings through that one. Struck out in the third. And he stands in down in the count 0-2 with 2 on and nobody out and 2 in. Weber wide on that one. Weber is still only allowed 2 hits, but now he's surrendered 2 runs. First long ball of the night, courtesy of Josh Kraby. 2-2 the count. 2 out, nobody on. Called strike 3 on the inside corner, so Weber does strike out the side, but not before Green Isle touches him up for 2 on the home run by Josh Kraby. Nobody left. We head to the 5th. 4-2 our score here on the Fox 9 Town Ball Tour.
This is Fox 9 Plus.
Let's get started, everybody.
Today's biggest talkers.
Charles and I have been talking about this all morning.
Award-winning comedy.
This gets better and better.
Minnesota's only local news at 7.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Plus,
More good news.
a whole lot more.
More than this? More than we can use.
Game shows, court shows,
Now we're getting somewhere.
your shows. Fox 9 Plus. Something for everyone.
Kraby. We go to the 6th inning.
Oh, look. Friday and Saturday Saints home games are on Fox 9 Plus. A new catch. Today keeps getting better. Yoo-hoo!
St. Paul Saints. Friday and Saturday home games on Fox 9 Plus.
If you return a foul ball to the concession stand, $5. No, you cannot drive home and get your old balls out of the...
This is the moment we've been waiting for. Every Friday and Saturday Saints home game is on Fox 9 Plus. Leave everything out on the field. Get out there and get after it and show them what we're made of.
St. Paul Saints. Friday and Saturday home games on Fox 9 Plus.
Back here at Irish Yard in Green Isle. Joining the fun this summer at CHS Field to watch your Minnesota Twins AAA affiliate, the St. Paul Saints. For every Friday night home game in July and August, you have a chance to watch the future stars of tomorrow and wacky in-game promotions and enjoy a post-game fireworks show down on the field. Head to saintsgroup.com and enter the password TOWNBALL to get your exclusive tickets now. Start of the 6th inning. We've got a new pitcher on the mound for Green Isle. Jack Yonke gave them 5 good innings. But it is the aptly named Walter Johnson. Not the big train, but good arm nonetheless, third baseman. Johnson on the mound now, relieving Van Zant. And he'll face 7, 8, 9 in the order as Alex Laporte, like he did in the 4th, leads off. Laporte walked, stole a base, and advanced to 3rd and home on wild pitches. Johnson starts him off with a strike. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Popped out to 2nd in his first at bat. Lights have fully taken effect now as a beautiful day turns into a beautiful night. Crowd has thinned a little bit, but still plenty of people here as Laporte takes high. Johnson working quickly, and it's fouled off. A pitch called. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Good frame job by Danny Davis to get the call, but Johnson, first batter he faces, he strikes out. Johnson strikes out the first batter he faces. And it looks like Lewis Meyer has taken over at shortstop as that's wrapped foul. Tried to field it at first, but looks like Van Zandt has moved from I beg your pardon, Logan Van Zandt is on the mound. I mixed up my 6 and my 8. So Logan Van Zandt actually on the mound. Walter Johnson still at third. And it looks like Lewis Meyer is indeed the new shortstop for Green Isle. So Logan Van Zandt, the shortstop, moves from short to pitcher, and he gets his second straight called third strike. Cullen McNeil didn't like the call, and he's been tossed. McNeil said the magic words, and he is ejected from this game after he disagreed with that call on the inside corner. So now Brian Tichy's going to come out and I think ask about that. Van Zandt has retired both of the first 2 men he's faced via the called third strike. Tichy can't believe it. Brings up Bailey Mells. Mells 2 reaches today. 0 for 1 officially. He was retired on a fielder's choice after he singled in the 3rd and then walked and was stranded at 3rd in the 4th. Van Zandt rocks and fires, and it's high and inside. McNeil ejected from the game after he said something. Brian Tichy obviously thought the umpire was perhaps a little sensitive, or maybe should have let it slide, but ultimately he didn't. So McNeil is out, and we'll have a new second baseman for Carver. Mells has an advantage in the count, 2-0, and Van Zandt fires, and that's taken low. So Mells ahead in the count, 3-0. Looking to reach base for the 3rd time tonight. He's almost a second leadoff hitter there at the bottom of the order in that 9 spot. The 3-0 from Van Zandt. And that one's taken on the outside corner for a strike. In fairness, the umpire has been giving that inside strike, and he's called a couple players out on that tonight. As Mells takes a 4-pitch walk, and he is indeed 1 for 1 with 3 reaches, 2 walks and a single tonight for Bailey Mells. So Van Zandt with 2 strikeouts and a walk to begin his night on the mound. Brings up Andrew Weber, 273 coming in. The leadoff hitter. It's been dynamite on the mound tonight. He's got 5 runs batted in, 4 doubles, and 5 stolen bases. Make that 6, as he has a stolen base tonight. 6 stolen bases, 2nd on the team. Van Zandt balked, so that allows Mells to advance to 2nd. 2 out with a runner on 2nd. 4-2 our score here. Thanks for watching this latest stop on the Fox 9 Town Ball Tour on fox9.com. One taken wide. Weber tonight 0 for 3, but he did reach on a fielder's choice, stole a base, and came around to score. And he wraps that one to 2nd. Eaten up, no throw. Runners at the corners. There is eventually a throw to third, but not in time as Cam Larson tried to just backhand that one. And we'll see what the official scoring is on that. Brings up Connor Cornell with runners at the corners here in the top of the sixth. Cornell has walked twice, stolen a base, and scored. He's officially 0 for 1. Struck out looking on one of those inside corner pitches. They do indeed rule it an error. So Andrew Weber has reached on a fielder's choice tonight and an E4. This game's kind of had it all. It's had an ejection, a home run, a Little League home run, a couple errors, no double play, some strikeouts. It's been a real potpourri. Van Zant's pitch a little wide. Two runs on 2 hits, 2 errors for Green Isle. Carver with 4 runs on 5 hits and no errors. Weber takes off, taking on the outside corner for a strike. I'm not sure if the official score would rule that catcher's indifference or a steal, but regardless, Weber stands at second base. Cornell fouls it straight back. That's how the Black Sox would want it. 2-2 with their best hitter at the dish. 2 on, 2 out. 2-2 the count. Runners in scoring position for Connor Cornell. Van Zant's pitch, and Cornell fouls it off of the plate. This is the hitter right here for Van Zant. Cornell with a base knock can regain that 4-run lead for Carver. Van Zant sets and delivers. Good snag by Davis. And the count's run full. The 3-2 from Van Zant. Oh, it sure looked like he went from here, but they ruled it. He did not, so Cornell gets aboard with his 3rd straight walk tonight. We have kind of a unique vantage point being almost right above the plate here in the press box, but he said Cornell held up his swing, so that brings up Sam Warner, who drove in the first run of the game with an RBI single, and he swings and misses at that one. He struck out in the first, singled and scored in the third on that wild Little League home run, and then bounced out to the pitcher in the third. He's got the bases loaded with 2 out here in the 6th. And he laces one to right field, but foul. That would have cleared the bases for sure. Warner, another one of those Black Sox that doesn't wear batting gloves. Van Zant ahead in the count, 0-2. 2 out and the bases loaded. Back up the middle, out of the reach of Meyer. Weber scores. 2 runs come across, and a big 2-out RBI, 2 RBI base knock for Warner. He's got 3 ribbies in the game, and it's 6-2 Carver. Again, not the most solidly hit, but just out of the reach of a diving Lewis Meyer and into center field. It allowed Mells and Weber to come around and score. Cornell advanced to second. And Warner had his 2nd RBI single of the night. Cornell steals 3rd, so now there's runners at the corners. All this happening with 2 outs after Van Zant had struck out the first 2 batters in the inning looking. 2 walks, an error, and a single for the next 4 Carver hitters. And right now, Sam Warner with 3 RBIs and a 2-for-4 night is really your offensive MVP for Carver. Bresnahan hits it out to the gap in left center field. That'll get down. That'll clear the bases as Cornell comes around to score. Here comes Warner chugging in from first. It's a 2-out, 2-run RBI double for Jay Bresnahan, his second hit of the game, and it's 8-2 Carver.
That's on you, Blue.
Out of the press box, out of the park, and go home.
Here we go, Logan. Nice.
First baseman, Dan Gastu.
Brings up Dan Gastuke, 2 for 3 on the night himself. He's got a runner at second and 2 out. Van Sant pumps across the strike. Gastuke lashes that one down the left field line, but foul.
One more, Logan. Here we go.
Gastuke singled in his first 2 plate appearances and then grounded out to the shortstop Van Sant. He now faces him on the mound. And again, he ropes it down the left field line, foul. And Van Sant, after retiring the first via the backwards K, has allowed the next 5 batters to reach. An error, 2 walks, and 2 consecutive hits, a single and a double. And it's 8-2 Carver here in the 6th. Van Zant's pitch inside. Peter Benson would follow Gastuke if he's able to reach. 1-2 the count with a runner on second and 2 out. Fouled on back. Some long innings tonight for Green Isle. Van Zant checks the runner and pitches, and Gastuke somehow got a piece of that one to stay alive.
Here we go, Logan.
Logan Van Zant needs an out pitch here. Get out of the 6th inning. That one misses high. Four runs across in this inning, all coming with 2 outs for Carver. The pitch. Gastuke swings and misses, and Van Zant retires the side on strikes. But an error, a couple walks, and 2 timely base hits for Carver plate 4 runs in the inning. And we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Black Sox now up 8-2 on the Fox 9 Town Ball Tour.
This is the moment we've been waiting for. Every Friday and Saturday Saints home game is on Fox 9 Plus. Leave everything out on the field. Get out there and get after it and show them what we're made of.
St. Paul Saints, Friday and Saturday home games on Fox 9 Plus.
Oh, look. Friday and Saturday Saints home games are on Fox 9 Plus. A new catch. Today keeps getting better. Yoo-hoo!
St. Paul Saints, Friday and Saturday home games on Fox 9 Plus.
Sorry, Jacob who? B-O-O-D. Thank you.
Again, we'd like to thank sponsors Cornerstone Stadium.
All season long, you've gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball and our hometowns.
Gave Carver a solid 5 innings, but with a 6-run lead, you bring on the tall, hard-throwing reliever, and he gets to face the top of the order, and Andrew Uglum, who's 0 for 2 tonight, popped out to the third baseman and grounded out to second. And Booten starts him with a strike. (8-2) our score here in the bottom of the 6th. Weber fans at that off-speed delivery from Booten. Bresnahan slightly in at the corner at third. Uglum fouls that off. It'll be Uglum, Spremrecker, and Danny Davis, the catcher. Top 3 in the order for Green Isle. Irish have a big home run from Josh Kraby, but that's it offensively tonight. Andrew Weber was really good. As Uglum goes down on strikes, Booten records his first strikeout.
Batting now for the Irish.
Weber may have given up that 2-run homer in the last inning, but otherwise he was sparkling. Retiring 7 of the last 8 Irish hitters he faced via the strikeout. Recording 8 Ks for the game. Gave up a single, a walk, and that 2-run home run, and that was it. Cam Spremrecker, the left fielder, swinging at that one. He struck out looking to lead off the 4th. He also flew out to center field in his first at-bat. Booten pitches from the stretch exclusively, and he airmails that one. Crowd is thinned somewhat as we creep towards 9:30 at night, but still very much full here at the Irish Yard. Booten's pitch paints the inside corner for a strike. Evens the count at 2 apiece. 1 out, nobody on. Swung on and missed, and Booten has struck out the first 2 Irish hitters he's faced tonight, as Spremrecker goes down on strikes for the second time tonight.
Batting now for the Irish, number 44, Danny Davis.
Brings up Danny Davis, also standing in from the left side, wearing that protective shield on his right leg. 8-7-0 the totals for Carver, 2-2-2 for Green Isle. Booten is coming in and pumping strikes. Swung on and missed, and that off-speed delivery. 0-2 now the count. Davis chokes up a little, down in the count 0-2, and he looks at a pitch outside. Carver trying to keep pace with the Plato Blue Jays atop the South Division of the Crow River Valley League. Booden's delivery taken high, and the count's even 2 apiece. Such a cool environment here at Irish Yard. Definitely encourage anyone who's a town ball fan to come out and check it out if you haven't. The pitch. Fouled on back. Booden can definitely bring it. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. And Jacob Booden comes on in relief and strikes out the side here to end the 6th. We go to the 7th. 8-2 our score here in Green Isle. Carver still in control on the Fox 9 Town Ball Tour.
Oh, look. Friday and Saturday Saints home games are on Fox 9 Plus. A new catch. Today keeps getting better. Yoo-hoo!
St. Paul Saints, Friday and Saturday home games on Fox 9 Plus.
Oh, look. Friday and Saturday Saints home games are on Fox 9 Plus. A new catch. Today keeps getting better. Yoo-hoo!
St. Paul Saints, Friday and Saturday home games on Fox 9 Plus. More is better, and Fox 9 now has more. More streaming, more local stories, more shows, and, well, more. Go ahead, try it out, and discover more on the Fox 9 News app and at fox9.com.
Back here at Irish Yard in Green Isle, Bill Hupp, along with cameraman Phil McLaughlin. Thanks for joining us on fox9.com and the Fox 9 YouTube channel. Logan Van Zandt out for his 2nd inning of work after surrendering 4 runs, 2 unearned in the 6th inning. 7th inning begins with Peter Benson. 6, 7, and 8 in the order. Peter Benson, Alex Laporte, and whoever will replace Cullen McNeil in the order. And Van Zandt starts out Benson with a strike. Benson fouls it on back. And Van Zandt's ahead of the count, 1-2. On the ground to third. Picked over to first, high throw in time. Just gets him by a half step. Nice play over at third by Walter Johnson. Johnson, a rangy third baseman. Carver remaining schedule after this, they'll play at Brownton on Friday and then host Green Isle on Sunday. So these two teams play each other twice in the next 4 days, in the span of 5 days really, twice. They'll host Green Isle at Woody Swanson Field. As Van Zandt misses with the first couple. And then they'll go to New Germany and then finish at Plato on Sunday afternoon. So 4 games remaining in the regular season for Carver, and then they have the Carver River Valley League playoffs starting in late July as Van Zandt gets a strike over. Alex Laporte, the hitter, he struck out looking in his last at bat. He also walked today, stole a base, and scored on a couple wild pitches. And he popped out to second. 0 for 2 officially with a run scored. And Van Zandt gets a strike across to run the count full. The 3-2. On the ground to short. Meyer boots it. And ultimately, Laporte will reach. Meyer slid over to his left to make the play, and then I don't know if he just picked his glove up early or what, but he kicked it, and Laporte reaches on the air. Third error of the night for Green Isle.
One out, one on, batting now, number 14, Adam Frederick.
Van Zandt has not been helped by his defense, and this may be a symptom of the fact that they are so young. Which is something Nate Hardman talked about. The fact that his team is pretty youthful. On the ground to Meyer, he throws, nearly doubles off Laporte, and then the ball gets away, and Laporte's able to advance to second. So Meyer made the nifty play, and then tough throw, tough pick at first, and it gets away.
Fredericks retired by the quick flick of the glove by Meyer at short.
So Meyer slick fielding at short, but
Center fielder Bailey Mills.
didn't even get a chance to introduce Adam Fredericks. And that brings up Bailey Mills. Mills has singled and walked twice tonight. 3 reaches. And he's scored a run, scored in the 6th inning. Was stranded at first and stranded at third.
Oh, man. Come on, Blue.
1-1 the count on Mills, with 2 out and a runner on second here in the top of the 7th. Pitch is taken outside. Two runs on 2 hits and 3 errors tonight for Carver, or for Green Isle. Carver 8 runs on 7 hits and no errors. Mills out in front of it, swings and misses. And the count's even at 2. Van Zandt pitching from the stretch. Delivers. High, and the count runs full. The 3-2 pitch taken inside. Pitcher and fans cannot believe it. Danny Davis turning to have a subtle conversation with the home plate up. Both teams have been, particularly on the Green Isle side, have been frustrated with the tight strike zone. But Mills reaches for the 4th time tonight. 3 walks after that leadoff single, and that's roped into right field, and that's down. Coming around to score will be Laporte. Heading over to second, and it's a double for Andrew Weber.
Brutal.
scores a run for Carver, 9-2. Mel stands at third, and Cornell is, funny enough, has been the most dangerous hitter in this lineup. He's reached 3 times tonight, scored 2 runs, stolen a couple bases, but all 3 reaches have been via the walk. So he's 0 for 1 officially, but he's scored 2 runs and stolen a couple bases. So he's had an effective night, but he's been up with ducks on the pond, and he has not come through, but he has just taken his walks tonight and boosted that OBP. He's got runners at second and third now with 2 outs in the count, 1-1. Takes it inside. An RBI base knock for Andrew Weber, his first hit of the night. Has made it 9-2 as that's a called strike on the outside corner and evens it at 2 apiece. Two on, 2 out, 2-2 the count to Connor Cornell. The pitch taken high. And again, the count runs full. Cornell, will he work his 4th walk tonight? Cornell stays alive by fouling it, tipping it at the plate. And there's a reason that Carver has scored 9 runs on 8 hits. They've been helped by 3 Green Isle errors and by my count 6 walks. Mells and Cornell have been the recipients. The 3-2 taken outside, and he does indeed walk for the 4th time tonight. 5 plate appearances and only 1 official for Connor Cornell, who is aboard to load the bases for Sam Warner. And Warner has done damage. 2 for 4, 3 RBI, couple singles. That last one was to the gap in left center field, and it drove in 2. So he stands in from the left side with the bases loaded and a 9-2 lead. On the inside corner for a strike. Well, both teams have been frustrated by the strike zone somewhat tonight. Had a Carver player ejected, and then Green Isle's been felt like they could have gotten out of a couple innings, but the innings have been extended, and then credit to Carver, they've made him pay with some timely base hits. Warner, an RBI single in the 3rd, and a 2 RBI base knock in the 6th. Van Zant's pitch is high. So Warner's ahead in the count, 2-1. 9-2 our score here in the top of the 7th. The pitch, and it's fouled off at the plate, off of Warner's leg. That's got to sting. Counts even at 2 apiece. The 2-2. Roped into right field. That'll get down for another base hit. 1 run is in. Another one comes in. Cornell pulls up into third base. Warner with his 3rd RBI single of the night. This one drives in another 2. He's got 5 ribbies in the game, and Carver now leads it 11-2. There's a reason Sam Warner bats 3rd in the order. He's got 5 RBI tonight on 3 timely 2-out run-scoring singles. Mel scored, Weber scored, Cornell into 3rd, and Now there's runners at the corners, and there's going to be a pitching change for Green Isle. DJ Damberger on the mound now for Green Isle, the third pitcher of the night for the Irish. The first batter he will face is Jay Bresnahan.
Number 14, DJ Danberger. Batting for the Black Sox.
I mean, obviously RBI are a function of the hitters ahead of you, but credit to Sam Warner for just taking advantage of the chances he's been given. 2 RBI singles in the 6th and the 7th. The Damberger throws over to first. Cornell at third. Three runs are in, and it's bounced to second, over to first, and the side is retired. But Carver plates another 3 runs, and we head to the bottom of the 7th. It's time to stretch here in the Irish Yard, but 11-2 our score here on the Fox 9 Town Ball Tour.
Oh, look. Friday and Saturday Saints home games are on Fox 9 Plus. A new catch. Today keeps getting better. Yoo-hoo!
St. Paul Saints, Friday and Saturday home games on Fox 9 Plus. Fox 9's Ice Cream Social, coming to a town near you. Visit fox9.com/ice cream.
This is the moment we've been waiting for. Every Friday and Saturday Saints home game is on Fox 9 Plus. Leave everything out on the field. Get out there and get after it and show them what we're made of.
St. Paul Saints, Friday and Saturday home games on Fox 9 Plus.
Back here in Green Isle at Irish Yard. Our latest stop on the Fox 9 Town Ball Tour. Thanks for joining us here on fox9.com. All Carver Black Sox tonight here on the road. 11-2 our score.
Starting it off for the Irish in the bottom half of inning number 7, third baseman Walter Johnson.
Walter Johnson will lead things off here in the bottom of the 7th, facing Jacob Budin, who struck out the side in succession. First 3 hitters in the order in his first inning of relief work. Just 1 hit last inning, but it's been a theme as Budin pumps across a strike. No matter who's been pitching for Green Isle tonight. As that's roped down the first base line, and that should be 2 bases. Turning hard, Johnson pumping for second, and he'll awkwardly slide in. Hopefully he's okay. But that one just getting underneath the glove of the first baseman, Gastuk. And that ringing double gets the leadoff hitter aboard for the Irish. And that brings up the designated hitter and manager, Nate Hardman. Hardman walked and scored on the home run, came around to score on the home run by Josh Kraby. Budin fires a strike. But what's happened, it seems, in the trouble innings for Green Isle as Johnson will get replaced by a pinch runner. It was a rather awkward slide. Or maybe he just came in to get a new sliding mitt on. He is back out there. Fouled off by Hardman back near our broadcast position. But what's happened tonight for Green Isle is seemingly they've gotten the first couple outs and then they've gotten into trouble with walks, with wildness, and then the untimely error, and then Carver has made them pay when there's been traffic on the base paths, as that's a called third strike, and Hardman's set down by Budin, who's retired all 4 of the batters he's faced via the K. But Green Isle has gotten themselves in trouble by putting Carver Black Sox on, and then the Black Sox, to their credit, have had the right guys up at the right times, and they've made them pay with timely base hits. And a lot of it's been Sam Warner, as that pass ball allows Johnson to advance to third. Sam Warner with 3 2-out run-scoring singles here tonight. A 3-for-5 night, 5 RBI, and he's really been the offensive star of the game for the Black Sox. Josh Crayley, the offensive star for Green Isle, as he turned on one and smoked it over the left field fence in his last plate appearance. The lone offensive highlight tonight for Green Isle. But he gave their fans something to cheer about on this just wonderful celebration of town ball here at Irish Yard. Here's a called strike on the outside corner. Walter Johnson stands at third after doubling to start the inning. Swung on and missed, and for the first time tonight, Kraby goes down on strikes. Brings up the right fielder, Carver Casper, with 2 on, 2 out, and 1 on. Runner still standing at third base. Johnson. Casper struck out swinging in his last plate appearance, and he also grounded out to third. He offers at that first pitch and misses. Carver totals tonight 11 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Green Isle 2 runs, 3 hits, 3 errors. Budin just blowing away these Irish hitters as Casper finds himself down 0-2. Be even better if Carver Casper played for the Carver Black Sox. And pitch taken wide.
Come on, Carver.
Now would be the good time for the Irish to get a base knock. Budin's pitch, Carver strikes out swinging to retire the side. Irish strand the runner at third after the leadoff double by Johnson. We head to the 8th. All Black Sox here in Green Isle.
Oh, look. Friday and Saturday Saints home games are on Fox 9 Plus. A new catch. Today keeps getting better. Yoo-hoo!
St. Paul Saints, Friday and Saturday home games on Fox 9 Plus.
All right, we have the names of the lucky 3.
Fox 9's Town Ball Tour is in full swing. Join us Wednesdays as we celebrate the small towns of Minnesota. Fox 9's Town Ball Tour, presented by Sieben Carey Personal Injury Law and JTR Roofing.
For years, people have come to me and they've said, our kids get really nervous during severe weather. Is there something you can recommend? I've always said the same thing. Make your children the storm captain. Give them a hat, a clipboard with your personal storm plan written down, a whistle, and when we start talking about a severe thunderstorm watch, your storm captain is in charge of mustering the entire family with your personal storm plan. Give them power over the storm.
Another who's on first card goes to Jennifer Brown.
Dan Gastuk steps in to start the 8th inning, and now the umpire stops play as Gastuk steps in. He struck out in his last plate appearance, but he started the night with 2 straight singles. And Damberger's throwing some stuff that moves. Gastuk 2 for 4. Like we said, singled in the 2nd and 3rd, and then hit it to short and struck out. DJ Damberger, the 3rd pitcher of the night for Green Isle. 1-1 in the count on Gastuk. And he hits it on the ground to short. Meyer up with it. Strong throw over to first to get Gastuk. Second time tonight, he's grounded out 6-3. Meyer is a pretty slick fielding shortstop out there. Brings up Peter Benson. Benson, the rare 0 for 4 in the lineup tonight for Carver. And he's flown out to left, grounded out to first, flown out to center, and grounded out to third. And he looks at a strike from Damberger. He's kind of side-arming junk baller out there. But he does seem to have some good movement on his off-speed stuff. 11-2 our score here in the top of the 8th. Damberger's pitch is wrapped on the ground to first. And again, 3-1 to record the second out of the inning. Nicely played by Kraby as Damberger did his job and covered first. Second time tonight that Benson has grounded out 3-1. So the first 2 are retired, and Alex Laporte stands in. Laporte has reached on a single and reached on an air, or reached on a walk and reached on an air, and scored 2 runs. He looks at a called strike. He's got a steal. He's been active, even though he's officially 0 for 1. Catcher didn't catch that, but Damberger gets the called strike on the outside corner. 1-2 the count, 2 outs, a 9-run lead for Carver. Damberger's pitch. Chopped on the ground. Meyer up with it. 2 steps over to first, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3. DJ Damberger does his job. Bottom of the 8th coming up. No runs, no hits. Nobody left on base. Still 11-2. Carver on top here on the Fox 9 Town Ball Tour.
Oh, look. Friday and Saturday Saints home games are on Fox 9 Plus. A new catch. Today keeps getting better. Yoo-hoo!
St. Paul Saints, Friday and Saturday home games on Fox 9 Plus.
Are here. They can meet Terry down at the concession stand to claim their prizes. Otherwise, we have your pertinent information and we will make arrangements.
This is the moment we've been waiting for. Every Friday and Saturday Saints home game is on Fox 9 Plus. Leave everything out on the field. Get out there and get after it and show them what we're made of.
St. Paul Saints, Friday and Saturday home games on Fox 9 Plus.
Well, the home fans may be disappointed with the 11-2 score, but they have nothing to be ashamed of in terms of the evening or the presentation or the event that they put on tonight here at Irish Yard. A lot of pride. The Green Isle, the Town Ball program, a lot of history here in Green Isle, and they have put on quite a showing on the Fox 9 Town Ball Tour. 11-2 our score as we get set to start the bottom of the 8th inning here on Fox9.com. Bill Hupp and our cameraman Phil McLaughlin. 8, 9, and 1 in the order. Cam Larson starts things off. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Struck out looking in his last at bat. It'll be Larson, Van Zant, and Uglum to face Jacob Buden, who has struck out all six of the 7 Irish batters that he's faced. He's retired. All the outs he's recorded have been via strikeout, so we know what he's about. Pumps across a strike on the inside corner, and he's quickly ahead of Larson, 0-2. And after the first couple innings went through with not that many strikeouts, a lot of defense played, the strikeouts have come full force here in the last couple. Buden, a long, lanky, hard-throwing reliever. On the ground to short, up with it, over to first, good stretch, and it's safe, it was dropped. Alex Laporte slid over to make the play, but his throw was a little low and it couldn't be handled by Dan Gastuk over at first. So the lead runner is aboard in Cam Larson, just putting it in play. Error on the first baseman, Gastuk. First of the night for Carver.
Batting now, number 14, D.J. Damberger.
E3 wasn't that bad of a throw. And so now D.J. Damberger, the pitcher, stands in. His first plate appearance tonight. Larson leads off first. Buden's pitch on the outside corner for a strike. 0-2 the count on Damberger. Did a nice job of relief in that top of the 8th. That one nearly identical to the previous pitch, but that one's called a ball.
Come on, DJ.
Buden's pitch called. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Damberger didn't like it. The drop third nature allowed Laporte to take second.
One down, runner on second, top of the order now for the Irish center fielder, Andrew Uglum.
I'm sure Damberger was hoping he gets some of those calls in the top of the 9th. Andrew Uglum stands in, and he swings and misses, tips it, in fact, at the plate. 0 for 3 tonight. Popped out to the third baseman, grounded out to second, and struck out in his last plate appearance. Laporte leads away from second. The pitch. That's fouled on back. Part of what Buden's doing, besides the obvious good stuff he has, is he's getting ahead of hitters. He's consistently 0-2 on these Irish hitters. Pitch just off the inside corner. Uglum has worked the count even 2 apiece. Swung on and missed.